What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, you know, it's Nate Dogg, 916, coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, man, y'all know what to do. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell, man. And leave a comment, man. Share my content with other people, man. If you hear something you like, send it forward to somebody else, man. But check me out. Got a long day today. Try to put a quick video out real quick because I want to keep the content consistent. Today I'm gonna tell a story from my childhood before prison real quick. And if you guys like these stories, let me know in the comments, and I'll keep them coming. Because prison wasn't my whole life. You know, I had a whole life before prison and a whole life after prison. But you know, just to give you a little bit of the mindset of how it was growing up in the hood. So I'm 14 years old, fresh out of the group home. And at this time, my mom's living in the outskirts. So in the hood, you got what we consider the deepest part of the Heights. It's basically centered around our high school. Basically, that's the deepest part. And then what I consider the outskirts are the areas that are outside of that, like 20, 30 block radius. So stuff outside of there, I consider the outskirts. It's still the Heights though, but it's the outskirts of the Heights. Some people from the neighborhood never lived in the deepest part. Yeah. But of course you did. But at this time we're living on the outskirts. I'm living on Dixie Ann. Everybody from my neighborhood knows about Dixie Ann, knows where Dixie Ann is. So I'm living on Dixie Ann. One of my uncles had his hand in the pimp game, right? So I'm sitting on the porch, and right across the street is, like, you know, there was a trap spot right there on the corner. Cats used to grind right there on the corner, all that. And in the alley right there, one of my uncle's prostitutes lived upstairs in the little apartments right in the alley right across the street from our house. So I'm sitting there chilling. I had just got out, so I wasn't even grinding yet. I was like a couple days out. So, but it's nighttime. That's why I'm on the porch. Stay your puppy ass on the porch. I wish I would have stayed on the porch. But I'm sitting on the porch, and I look over there, and I see some commotion. I see my uncle over there. Some commotion. So I get up, walk down the stairs, because we had a stairs on the porch. Walk down the stairs, start walking over there. I look, and they see my uncle and one of his homeboys tussling with this big old white dude, right? Now, mind you, never thought I was the toughest guy in the world. Never. But at this time I had a little bit of Taekwondo training, but nothing to speak of. But tell me, who didn't watch the Saturday Kung Fu Theater and think they could do the same stuff that they saw on the TV after the shows was over when they were little? Show of hands. Okay. I'll look for some hands in the comments. So I see him tussling on my uncle and tussling with the other dude, but they can't get him down. But really, the dude ain't just doing no damage. But I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. So obviously, I assumed it had something to do with the prostitute, because it's right there outside her apartment. So I break running. It's my uncle. Break running. And I literally jumped in the air and did, the flying kick. And I barely grazed dude's face, right? It didn't drop him or nothing. Because like I said, I'm 14. I'm like 140 pounds. But I kicked him and went right by, right? Slid. And I landed. Cold thing is, when I landed, it's in the alley and it's like gravel rocks, right? So there was no plant to land on. So when I landed, I slipped and hurt my knee, right? Bam. So I jump up and go to run back to try to fight. My knee hurt and I'm trying to fight. My uncle's like, we got it. Go. So I go back to the house. Come to find out, the dude was a trick, and he had went in there, and then he tried to leave without paying. So of course my uncle and them turned up, right? So I'm gonna say maybe 2, 3 days later, this is right before I got my car, so I got to walk. I have to take the bus to school. I had to take the school bus to school. Like I said, I'm 14. I got my car the same year before I turned 15, but at this time, like I said, I wasn't out that long. I think it was like a couple of days later, maybe a week. And I'm walking to school, and well, I had missed the bus, so I'm walking. Um, and anybody knows where Dixie Ann is? Yeah, I had to walk all the way to Grant, but I wanted to go to school because I had to get my money up. I had a little bit of tree, so I was selling at school, get my money up so I can get a real sack, right? Okay, so I'm walking, I get by Dixie Ann Park, and I see another one of the homies from the neighborhood fighting with a dude in the passenger side of a car. He leaning in, fighting a dude. But I know the dude, I know the homie that's outside the car. So I run over there. Hey, what's up? I get off on dude too. So we getting off on dude. We drag him all out the car, whoop him all on the street. This is me and a grown man. So I had help. I wasn't just that hard at 14, but I wasn't scared to fight. So we drag him all out the car and everything. He trying to get back in the car. We kick him all in the face and all this stuff. And then he run down the street. So he run down the street, leave the car. The homie like, oh, I got already stripped his pockets. I'm out of here. I'm young, so I don't want to walk to school. So what do? I jump in the whip. It was a old school Plymouth Reliant. I remember that. The little box car or a Dodge Aries. I think they have the same look. The Dodge Aries and the Plymouth Reliant, I think. So I hop in that thing, start him up because the key was still in the ignition. Start him up, go to school, right? Oh, and it was a stick. It was a stick too, but I knew how to drive a stick. So I start him up, go to school. I even go to school too, park it in my uncle. One of my uncles lived on the street right behind the high school, so I just parked it in his driveway, and his driveway goes all the way to the back. So I just backed it into his driveway, knocked on the door, told his girl, hey, that's me right there. She was like, okay. Tell my uncle don't block me in if he come home. She's like, okay, and I gave her the key. I'm like, here, I'll be back after school. Go to school. Go to school, get out of school. As soon as I get out of school, I jump in the whip. I'm like, I'm going to go sell this thing to the man, the plug, and get me a proper sack so I can really get on my grind, right? So I pull up at the Green Street Apartments. Once again, if you're from the Heights, you know where I'm talking about. Over there by the other end of Dixie Ann. Down there by Green Street's right there by past Empress, all the way down there. So I don't know why that name of that other street, Evergreen. Boom. By Evergreen. So I pull up to the Green Streets, go up in there, go to I'm not gonna say this dude's name, but go to somebody, though. You see me? Oh, what's up, young homie? Come in. Go in there. I'm like, hey, look, I got this Stolo, man. You know, I can, you know somebody who wanna break me off something for the Stolo for the car? Or they could take the music out of it, whatever. I don't care. They could do whatever they want. He's like, yeah, what kind of music it got in it? I said, I don't know. I really didn't know nothing about music at the time. He was like, yeah, let me check it out. Why we come out, we walking down the stairs because he lived upstairs. We walking down the stairs, and I see the car go by. I'm like, the dude. Now, mind you, the apartments is right by the park where this happened at that morning. But I wasn't thinking like that at 14. So the dude who owned the car, I guess he had another key or something. But I don't know, because I never seen or heard from him again. But he had came back, got my car, jacked me for my plug, man. But I told this story just to show you a little bit of the mindset of the type of stuff that was going on when I was a kid, man. Like in a span of 2-3 days, I'm fighting tricks, beating up dudes, helping beat up dudes out the car. But this is the type of environment that I grew up in and that I refuse to have my children anywhere around. You know, so if you guys want more of these stories, more in-depth stories about my childhood and me growing up in Sacramento, Let me know, and I'll get them to you, man. Because you can listen to whoever you want, man. I'm gonna just tell you the truth, man. Stay loyal.